Welcome to Press X Podcast, your podcast of choice. I am the leader of the Body Pillow Nation, and I'm joined here by CPU 1 and CPU 2. Sorry, boys.
I'm actually called Steve the Bot.
Yeah. Yeah, so actually it's pretty fitting, right?
Extremely fitting, I'd say.
True. He's
And
the computer
this is-
number 2 because I'm the superior one.
Oh, shit.
And this is the podcast where we talk about anime, gaming, and other trashy stuff that lives out here in our beautiful world. Yeah, so I think I wanted to call out Stevie before everything else, okay? Before we start the podcast, just wanted to call out Stevie because we actually wanted to start this podcast, right? And we did all our things to prepare it. We started organizing it, and I was like, boys, please. Can you please eat before the podcast, right? And then Stevie writes to me, I come home at the time where you come home. And I'm like, what does this have to do with eating first? and me and Benny were trying to figure out this stuff. And in my head, I was just like, goddamn. If Komi-san communicate, ever gets a male counterpart, it should be Stevie. Because goddamn, sometimes I really can't figure you out.
Okay,
Stevie.
so in the heat of the moment, I was thinking in my head, right? If I get home later, I have less time to do everything I have to do before we record. It's 6:30 p.m. currently, and I've eaten like 2 minutes ago. Because I also had to take a shower, and time was pretty tight, you know?
You do not need to be clean to record this podcast.
Yeah, but
So-
today's Thursday, and I like to have a schedule.
Filthy bot.
No, today's Tuesday. I don't know English.
Wait, what did you say?
I
That
thought
today
he
was
said
Thursday.
clean day.
Oh,
I
clean
thought he
day.
said clean day. It's the day where he cleans.
With what topic should we begin? Should we begin with gaming like last time?
I mean, last time we started with manga, so
Oh,
begin with
fuck.
gaming.
Yeah.
perfect.
See, that's why they call me Mr. Alzheimer patient number 1.
We are a professional podcast. We know what we recorded. By the way, we're probably, I'm guessing we're going to release the first and the second episode, which is this one, pretty close to each other because we don't want to go too far, like pre-recorded the first episode, but we don't
Yeah.
want to be too far in the schedule because some of the stuff we talk about is a bit more like news relevant. So we
Yeah.
don't want to get too far. So we're probably gonna release the first and the second episode pretty close to each other. So do not expect that kind of upload schedule.
No, totally. I actually have quite some news to talk about today, but I mean, we can start with that if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, please.
So, I will tell them. I will narrate the news. If you have news later on, boys, you can actually just proceed with that. But I wanted to talk about some drama. I know this shouldn't be a drama podcast, and I'm not like that into drama, but I couldn't help but notice because I follow both Kelly and Connor on Twitter that goddamn stuff is really fucked up with Twitter. Like I know it's not like a controversial opinion, but just seeing it. Let me narrate the story for you. Should we begin with the Kali one first?
Yeah,
let's
not
begin with.
know what you're talking about, so yes.
No.
I've heard
so,
bits and
yeah.
pieces from Connor's story, but that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So the Kali part is probably the most fucked up, right? Because
who
Kali.
is Kali? Because I don't
Calliope
think everyone
Mori.
knows who.
Oh,
Kali
okay,
is.
okay. Sorry. I'm just so far into Hololive that there
He's
is
too
no
far gone.
possibility. Yeah, I'm too far gone. Okay, so Calliope Mori is part of the first generation Holo English. So Hololive VTubing scene. Basically, she's a VTuber. She has almost reached 2 million on YouTube, and she's one of the top Hololive talents, basically. If you don't know anything about VTubing, then I actually don't know why you're on this channel because we talk about anime and gaming all the time, so that goes kind of hand in hand, you know. But yeah, go look her up. She does amazing stuff. She does songs as well. She's very well known for her rap lyrics.
So yeah, what happened to her?
Okay, I'll try to keep this brief. Kali wanted to inform the people that she hit the drinks too hard, right? But, and I know this because I also listen to hip hop lyrics, so I thought she would know this too. But she wrote, I hit the lean too hard. But she didn't know what lean is. She thought it was, she thought it was just alcohol, like normal stuff.
Oh,
And
so
then
she just like assumed that's what it meant.
Yeah. And she didn't know that it was dirty Sprite. So for all the beautiful boys and girls that don't do drugs, so basically this is a drug that is mixed by Sprite and cough syrup, and I think also some candy. It's a very weird combination, but it somehow makes you high. Don't ask me, I'm not a chemist.
We also do not condone drug use.
We don't do that. So basically people kind of took that as a step to get angry at her. This was just the first step, right? Because they was like, what the fuck? Why do you do drugs? She clearly clarified after like 5 minutes when she realized she wrote something controversial, right? And then people got mad at her because, now stay with me here, because there was a stream with Connor and Iron Mouse where Connor basically said, they were talking about how it is beneficial for you to lie at the first job interview, because after that nobody really cares what you're like. And Connor made the point, for example, if you're a VTuber, then it would be very easy to lie at the job interview, because if you're in HoloLive, that means you have somehow some kind of guaranteed success, which I think we can all agree with. Like, you start in HoloLive with 60k viewers on you. But people took that out of context and assumed Connor said that everyone in HoloLive is talentless. Now that is...
Well, that's just fucking stupid.
That's dumb. Like, that's clearly dumb. And then it all comes back to Rent a Girlfriend, okay? Because... let me clarify. Because then there was... Because fans felt betrayed that Kali and Connor, okay, were friends. So the Rent a Girlfriend meme came out where basically there's the scene which I talked to you about last month.
The NTR scene, yeah.
The NTR scene where the main protagonist gets cucked. And they basically replaced, very crudely drawn, like in paint or something. They basically replaced the guy who effed the protagonist, the protagonist girl, with Callie and Connor. And the main protagonist, who was sad and got NTR'd, they drew a skeleton representing the Deadbeats, the fan base of Calliope Mori. And
how did it get this way?
And then everyone in the community started reposting it and jumping on that and basically saying that Callie cucked her own fan base with Connor, which doesn't make absolute sense.
How did it come to this?
I think this was meant to be a comedy, but people are too dumb to understand that it is a comedy. I legit can't think of any reason why this exists, and this is just... It blows my mind. How can this stuff happen? And also, why does Callie... Can someone tell me? Why does Callie get all the hate for a clip that Connor posted, that was originally from Connor and was taken out of context? So what's your opinion on that? I mean, I suspect you think it's stupid, but yeah.
I mean, I think we should also clarify, when we refer to Connor, we refer to CDogVA, for people who don't know the YouTube channel. We're too far in this fandom. We all know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry for not clarifying. Connor from CDogVA's channel, which is also part of the Trash Taste podcast.
Check him out. Very fun.
Yeah, very monkey.
Very monkey.
Because also the next drama. Should I just continue, or do you want to?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Drama session.
Now, boys, what if I tell you? Okay, this was not the dumbest drama that happened, and this was not the only drama that happened involving CDog, because the next drama is even dumber. Okay.
2 in 1 week. Damn.
Yeah, 2 in 1 week. So, CDog, the boy from Trash Taste, the monkey, just posted on Twitter that he watched the recent episode of Demon Slayer. Okay. And he said, God damn, the budget on this one. It's like it was produced by Jeff Bezos or something. Like, he basically made a joke about it. Like, we can all see that this is a joke. And people started calling him out because they interpreted it as saying it was just about the money. The animation was just good because it had a lot of money on it, which it didn't have. And they basically called him out, and the animator called him out. And somehow people started like supporting the animator and turning on Connor. And I mean, this is so far
I think
gone.
you're too much on Twitter to be.
No. If it's just like small stuff, if it's just comments, which I see a lot, like people with controversial opinions, right? That I don't get over it because it's just a minority. But this actually became like YouTube news. People like Penguins talked about it, so Charlie. So this actually became news. I don't want to cover drama on this podcast. But this was just so dumb that I think it's entertaining, and also it's kind of in our sphere, so I think it's okay.
And
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that.
no, I don't know either. I'm not. Am I not stupid or smart enough to?
Is this some sort of peasant joke? I am too smart to
No,
understand.
I think the most ironic thing is that the whole anime community in the West started to referring to Fate Unlimited Blade Works as Unlimited Budget Works, which was animated by Ufotable, which was basically the same studio.
Nice.
Basically, they canceled Connor for a point that the whole community made, which is so far gone. I don't know. It's like Christians canceling Jesus. But yeah.
I mean, wasn't his point that just the animation was really good?
Yeah, and
due
people
to probably budget. What, like, I don't.
It has to play a part in it.
I mean, sure, you can say like, oh, he's just saying it's because of the money, not because people are working hard, but that's like it's obviously not the point he's trying to make. So,
but also I don't think it's actually all about them. So I don't think it he was making a joke based on money. It's just that it was I think there's a Twitch meme about Jeff Bezos or something, and he wanted to incorporate it. It wasn't even his intention to make it about money directly. He just wanted to praise the animation, basically.
I'm not on Twitter, and I know why.
No, you shouldn't be, but I think this is actually like I know on Twitter there are a lot of shit takes, but I thought this were also entertaining one to speak about. It's I won't bring up drama too often. I just wanted to talk about this one. Sorry.
Sure. Do we want to tackle one of the many games we have on our list today?
I mean it kind of counts as news if you want to talk about the one game I'm thinking about.
Oh. Boys,
Sure.
Let's
Sure.
keep it down.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's fucking go. A certain game.
A certain
came
magic.
out-
I go into spectator mode for now.
Okay. Before we start the Third World War, let me give a short like stance on everything. So basically, we're talking about the new Pokemon game, and I'm basically representing all the fanboys with rose-tinted glasses, and Ben is basically representing the other side.
The reasonable side.
But before we start like screaming at each other, can I like give criticism? Because
Sure.
I think we should start with something we both can agree.
Yeah.
First off, I want to try to view this as objectively as I can, because like I said, I view this through rose-tinted glasses because I love Pokemon, and I'm like
We're talking about Legends of Arceus.
Legends of Arceus.
Not like the old ones that came
Yeah.
out before the remakes, the Sinnoh remakes, which were not very good.
Yeah, which were also not very good. I do think this remake is better than Legends of Arceus and Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon.
Well,
But let me
that's
first.
a whole other discussion, I think.
No,
That's-
I'm not saying that those are great games. Let me say this. The game has horrible graphics. It has pacing issues. It has a very boring and a not very filled open world. The cutscenes are sometimes really bothersome because they just stop the gameplay. The dialogue is not that intense. or interesting.
Okay.
I think those are the biggest problem, which are big problems. And before I try to argue for this game, I want to say this. I think from the last 5 Pokemon games, this is the best one. Also, I think as a game, this is a 6 out of 10. Which is
That's fair.
that's what I would say. However, in this game, okay, I see potential, and that's why I like. I'm playing it, and that's why I like it, because I think if Game Freak puts its shit together, like makes beautiful graphics, and puts like improves the gameplay a bit more, then this could be the new direction, the new resurgence for Pokemon. If it provides a better open world experience, I think this is the way Pokemon can go. I think this is their solution for new gen games, and that's what I see in this game. That's what excites me. I'm not saying this is a good game, but I think this is at least like a vision in the right direction. This is what I'm arguing for. Now,
Yep.
Penny, I'll let you speak.
So, to give context to people who don't know about the new Pokemon game, a
I'm
new
never
Pokemon
giving
game-
context. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just wanted to give some context. There was a new Pokemon game released called Pokemon Legends of Arceus, which pretty much shakes up what we were used to from the last, I think, 10 years of Pokemon. I don't know how old Pokemon is by now, but it's finally like a new direction, I would say, for Pokemon, which is good. I 100% agree that I really enjoy the vision of this, because the new Legend of Arceus changes its gameplay style from a very linear, you could say, JRPG typical, to a open world-ish kind of Monster Hunter kind of game.
Yeah, Monster Hunter fits. Yeah.
Basically, you have areas where Pokemon freely run around. There are no random encounters anymore, so there's no like tall grass where you just randomly run into Pokemon. That is completely gone. There are some changes in how battles work, like minor stuff with how is it called, like strong stance and agile stance, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And you can run around in the battles. You're not stationary anymore, which changes not much. So the game is, on paper, this game is what everyone has been wanting since, I think, they were small kids thinking what an open world Pokemon would be like on
Yeah.
paper. But in practice, this I wouldn't call it a cash grab, because this game has a lot of good ideas. It changes up the formula in a good way, and like since seeing some other reviews from like Penguins Zero or like Charlie
Yeah, I've
and
seen that
other
too.
creators, I've been a bit more mellowed out. But I do think this game is not very good. From it also, like, it didn't look good in the trailers, and it came out with bad graphics, bad performance, and like Alex said, an empty open world, and like it's a very shallow game. The foundation
Yeah.
is there. The foundation is good, I think, but what I'm arguing is not that this game should be burrowed under the earth or something. I think this game is a step in the right direction. What I really dislike about this is this game has so much potential. And if they took the time, like took 4 years extra or like 3 years extra to develop this further, instead of releasing this kind of alpha state, early access kind of thing, it would be so much of a better game for what it's worth right now. Because looking at this, it's $60 for an alpha. Would you agree with that?
Okay. So I agree with that. But like you said, it's a step in the right direction, and I definitely think they didn't. It very much feels like a prototype. But what I'm hoping this leads to is that Game Freak does not do another Pokemon next year, because it's a company, they need to make money. They should put out a small DLC to grab money. Because let's be honest, they are a company, they operate like that. But at least they can make a DLC to basically buy time to make the second one and not make 2 games this time. Just focus everything on that one Pokemon game that they will develop in 2 years by now. And I think you don't even need 4 years. You'll need 2.
To make a good Arceus game.
To make a good Pokemon Legends game. I think because they also have the resources to do that. I think because I don't see a Pokemon game coming out in 4 years. That's probably not what they are going to do.
How long has this one been in development?
Well, it's not what they're gonna do, but I think that's what they should do. Because
No, I don't
developing
think...
games takes time, Alex. You don't realize.
No, I realize,
Just
Benny,
look at
but
the development
no.
time of something like Breath of the Wild.
No, hear me out. I realize that, but I'm just thinking realistically here. I'm thinking as a company stand of as the company's capitalistic stand of view, basically. I'm thinking about the most realistic, best output that they can deliver, and I think if they do that, they have a chance to make a really great Pokemon game. At least, even though it's not 4 years.
I do agree with that, but that's what I've been saying from the start. What I wish is that this game would be that. I don't know, they just showed off the trailers and it was already bad. So I just don't understand why it wouldn't take more time and just make it good. I'm guessing just because they're too afraid to lose money or something. But
I think, again, I'm talking as a viewpoint, trying to get in their head as a company. I think they were actually trying to test the waters.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's what I think is happening here.
I just wish they would test the waters with something more solid.
Yeah, but see, that's from a company standpoint, that's a risk because they need to invest more.
Yeah.
That's why it's called testing the waters and not dipping your whole body in it. That's what I'm arguing. And that's...
At the same time, if you were you to deliver a good experience, then you'd have I probably, never mind. People are gonna buy the Pokemon game regardless.
Yeah.
You can make it half baked
Yep.
or make a good ass product.
That's what they've been doing the last 5 years, pretty much.
Yeah, but I don't blame them for it. Less work for almost the same profit.
But that's why I think it's a step in the right direction, because they do it even though they could have profited and done a more normal Pokemon.
Sure.
I see it in a more in a more realistic standpoint, because I think just assuming that Game Freak could do a better game and expecting them to do so is a bit wishful thinking, I think. Because
well, yeah, of course it's wishful thinking, but I'm also thinking that a $1.1 billion company can give me a good product for $60, or at least if they deliver me something like this, they can do it as a spin. I think it's good that it's a main game, but I just don't think $60 is the right price for this. I wouldn't be complaining at all if it was 30 or maybe 20. That would be a completely different thing. But claiming this to be a full release Nintendo seal of approval good title and releasing it to the public,
no,
I just don't think that's...
Hear me out, Benny. I don't think you have I think you have any right to be mad. Because personally, I think I'm a bit mad too, because I think there is this chance they can actually deliver a super good game with the Pokemon franchise. However, seeing it from the standpoint of the company, producing this game is free money. And a big company like this will never say no to free money.
Well, yeah.
No, will a small
That's
one
what
for
I'm
that
saying.
matter.
Like, I get that you can stay mad at this game, but I don't think you can, with your stance, like saying Game Freak should, screaming at Game Freak, they should take 4 years for a game. I don't think that that will improve Pokemon, because that's just unrealistic. That's not how companies
Buying
operate.
the same fucking game for like 4 years also won't improve the games. Because
No,
that's
no,
what
no,
Pokemon
no.
fans been doing like for...
Yeah, but you see, I don't want to give like credits to Game Freak for making this game different, but I somehow do. Like, don't get me wrong. I think this game
I
is
give them credit for making it different. I just
because
don't give them credit for making it like
I
because people are defending this
No.
like in the way of saying, "Oh, this is just because of like the Nintendo Switch doesn't have good hardware, so they couldn't do it in any better way." That's the same. It's the same people that have defended the rendering distance in Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's just not true.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just saying, I'm just saying that you can't you can't expect the company to not to give up on its money. Like, you always need to go like, we're talking big companies, right? You also
No, I get that. I understand that. But as such a big company, you have the money to take that kind of risk.
No, you have
Because,
the money.
like, indie studios are able to deliver different products each time because they know if they deliver a good product, people will buy it if they market it good. Because like there's a lot of good games
Yeah.
that completely went under the radar because they were not marketed correctly. But especially small companies like you could say Supergiant Games, who have a track record of good games and people know them and they know how to market their games. They like came out with Hades, a thing that nobody really expected them to do, but they made a good product. I mean, you can even fucking go early access.
No.
They did.
Hear me out. This is like a good argument, but you also need to see that an indie studio is an indie studio because it has not that much freedom and it has not that many employees to worry about. That's why, for example, Ubisoft can't do that's why Ubisoft also sticks to their guns, and EA produces a FIFA every year because it makes money and they can have something secure. Because what's most important for big companies is the secure profit. Indie companies are indie, but they also have the liberty to genuinely make the thing that they love.
Well, yeah, but as an indie company, you sometimes don't have the money to do it. And as a big company, you do.
Yeah, but the indie studios, like they have to make a good game because otherwise it won't sell. You don't have the massive IP that Pokemon is to back your game.
Yeah, also
Yeah.
as an indie studio, you have also to deliver, because if you don't deliver, you don't have a franchise that's recognizable.
I understand all of that, but why should we not put what you're basically saying is that big companies don't make good games because they don't need to. Which is
Yeah.
that is good. Like that I understand that point. But that doesn't mean I need to lower my fucking standard to the level
No.
of
No.
No.
That's what
I
that's
absolutely
what,
agree.
That's what I also agree. I think you can stay mad. It's just unrealistic to expect that your opinion will change that, because it's just pure capitalism.
well, my opinion also leads to
Like,
me
I
not
agree.
buying the game, and if other people would also not buy the game,
Yeah,
to,
but
like, show their concerns with it. Pokemon Shield was the most sold Pokemon game,
yeah, but
which
that
is criminal.
Yeah, but then again, you also that's like this. That's like a bit of the same argument, like saying I'm going to boycott McDonald's because like it does bad for the environment. I don't think you can stop something like McDonald's or something like Game Freak. It's like too far gone. It has too a dedicated fan base, or in case of McDonald's, it has Americans.
But like, listen, also because like one of the main arguments people use, is like, yeah, the Pokemon company doesn't want to invest a lot of money into a product like that, where they basically just want a proof of concept. Then go fucking early access. Show people that this is a proof of concept at the moment, and it's not the greatest thing. Fucking do it for $30 or $20 and improve the game if there is enough support behind it, which there would be. If this game were in early access, people would be way more forgiving to it. Because
Yeah,
they
I
knew
think
it
so
would
too.
eventually improve. And also then Game Freak would see that people like this sort of game, which people do. I also would like this kind of game if it were any bit better than the way that it is right now. So like, that gives you the freedom to test the waters, see if people enjoy it, and then if you have the backers, which they would have because they have it right now, even with like full sales, then you could like improve the game and deliver an actual good product. But of course, like, big companies don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I think we should just move on because like we're going in circles. I think we all kind of agree on the same thing, that this is a game with a lot of potential. I don't think it's worth $60, but we hope this will
lead to something greater. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So, which one of you wants to go?
I'm gonna pause for a second. 'Cause
Yeah, I'll let. If you want, Stevie, you can talk. Otherwise, I also have lots to talk.
Okay, I have something really random now. So, what is more shit? To like something bad, or to not like something good?
That's an interesting question. So I personally think that you mean what's better, or what's more controversial?
No, like, do you hate me more for liking Darling in the Franxx or finding Pokemon
Okay,
shit?
I think.
Huh? That's not a good argument because Pokemon is shit.
No, it is.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree
No,
with.
but I don't like. I don't like.
I
none of
think
them.
it's a more.
Because I am way more offended if you hate something I like, not the other way around.
Yeah, I feel the same. Because when you like something that I dislike, I can say this is shit in my opinion. But if you like it, good for you.
Yeah, I actually agree with that as well. I think if someone came up to me and told me that they like Sword Art Online, like I'm just going to tell him he's a pleb. But if someone comes to me and tells me Hunter x Hunter Chimera Ant Arc is like stomping on real ants and that's about as good as it gets, boy, then we have a problem. Then there's the debate of Pokemon. There was nothing against that. Like I would destroy your fucking asshole. Like no.
I mean, we should clarify that we don't really mean it.
Yeah, no.
People taste is subjective.
Yeah.
People like what they like and they dislike what they dislike. We have this measure of objective greatness, I would say, that we all kind of agree on, which is pretty much just a lot of subjective opinions coalescing into a thing we call objective. But it's just fun to shit on people.
No, like I can totally understand if you don't like Chimera and Dark from Hunter x Hunter. I mean, it's not your fault if you don't have eyes.
Oh shit.
No, but no,
Yeah.
like I said, it's just a joke. Like everything. Don't take anything on this podcast too seriously. Like I don't remember what I said last episode, so if I don't take myself seriously, you shouldn't. That's.
I don't even remember what you said.
Yeah. The Pokemon. To be honest, the Pokemon debate was too intense.
I mean,
I-
it's the same with Pokemon Arceus. If like, and
No,
and
no,
the same
no,
with
no,
Sword
we're
and
going
Shield.
back.
No,
No.
don't
And
let.
same with Sword and Shield.
No,
People
it's
enjoy
applicable to
those
this.
games. I wish them a happy life because I don't have one.
Oh shit!
I love how this I love how the Pokemon debate from before was like, I think I got like it was more heated than the drama section. But yeah,
No, we care about Pokemon way more than we do other people's drama.
before we go on talking about games, I want to throw in something funny, and I know like it's a bit of a strange crossover, like going now to the manga section and then coming back to gaming. But I think it makes for a good change of like pace. So I want to talk about something funny that I've recently read. It's this manga called Temple, or I think Tempuru in Japanese. And I highly
Which
recommend.
means temple in English.
Thank you for clarifying.
It's just katakana weep shit, I think. So, Temple, just to get your attention straight from the get-go. Temple is from the same author who did Grand Blue. Have you all seen Grand Blue?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I did not continue the manga though.
No, that's okay. But the comedy is like it's like Grand Blue, but it has more memes in it. Like I think later I'll send you the memes when somebody else talks because now I can't. But it's basically Grand Blue but with more internet humor, and it's super funny. It's about this guy who his dad is basically a harem protagonist. Like he just fucks every woman, and because his dad is so notorious for like effing every woman on this fucking planet, every time someone
Sorry for
hears.
interrupting you. You said fucking before and then you wanted to censor it.
Yeah, no, I can't say that too much. My F counter is like up. Like wait, I'll censor it the next time with my soundboard.
Sorry, you were saying.
No. So every time someone calls him by his last name, which it's Japan, they do it a lot, they recognize his name. And they associate him with his monkey dad who just fucks every time. And he also has in its blood to like get horny, but he wants to overcome that.
Does he have the Chad genes inside of him?
He has the Chad genes inside of him, but he wants to overcome it. He wants to become pure. And then
Why?
Virginity is cool.
no, because he has a bad rap because of that. Because everyone thinks
Oh,
he's a
okay.
rapist, and or just like a sex addict, and
Okay.
and this is all the first chapter, by the way. And then it happens. He falls in love with this girl who drops a massive. I think it's like 3 sacks of rice. She encounters him and drops 3 sacks of rice on him because she falls over, and then he falls in love. The fated moment. But wait, he can't get horny, right? He's in a position where he shouldn't get horny, and he shouldn't have something like love. That's why he goes to a temple. That's where the promises, the premises, and in the temple, I mean, it's manga. Naturally, he encounters this lovely girl. And there is no monk, there are only girls. Now, this may sound very generic, and to be honest, it is, but it also has the fantastic humor of Grand Blue. And it does an amazing job of subverting the harem, or more like ecchi takes, and actually making them funny.
Wait, so when you said he goes to the temple, does he like move there?
Yeah. He goes to the
Oh.
temple to basically find pureness, but
Okay. I thought he like went there to pray or something. I was
no.
really confused.
He wanted to become a monk.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, the priest went away, and now it's a nunnery for girls, and he's the only boy in it.
Why is he allowed there?
Yeah, that's also a question that the manga poses, but why is he allowed?
Doesn't answer.
Oh yeah. No, it answers because his father, again, his little fucking father, he took a huge loan from the temple and never repaid it, and now the main protagonist has
to pay it back.
Yeah, he needs to pay it back by serving the
And he
temple.
works. Oh shit!
And he works there.
It's genius, really.
Yeah, so basically you have this contrast between I'm staying pure, but also I have a harem around me.
God damn it.
But it's actually fucking funny. And the fucking...
That is so relatable, right, Steve?
Yeah, that's so relatable.
That's so relatable.
But it fucks around so well.
It fucks around so well.
That's not what I meant.
No,
I think if you somehow love the comedy in Grand Blue, then you'll definitely enjoy this manga. Just a recommendation if you want some comedy, and I think this is also... This was basically my review of this manga. Guys, talk to me about whatever you want. I think I've talked enough about manga for this one. I also want to talk about the game afterwards.
Should I talk about Hunt Showdown again?
Yeah, you
please
can...
do.
No.
So, Stevie started playing Hunt Showdown with me because I convinced him, and there was a Steam sale, so he got himself the game. And we did a double whammy on our fucking first game. The best kind of thing that can happen to you in a game where you extract all of the bounties by yourself. So we had literally the best fucking game in Stevie's first game.
Yeah, perfect. I'm a prodigy at this. Or maybe, I just brought down the skill-based matchmaking down so much you could carry me. But that's another... yeah, it was good.
So yeah, Stevie, how do you like the game? Especially to other battle royales.
No, I absolutely love this. It's like nothing I've ever played before. The best thing about a shooter is when you can win by outplaying and not by pure gun skill. And that's exactly what this game is. The sound amplifies the experience by tenfold, and you have to be careful about every single thing. Everything you do could get you killed or bring you to victory. You every little sound, every wasted resource.
Definitely. I think we're not gonna say too much because I've already talked to length about the game. This is just another person who can.
I can vouch.
He can vouch for my opinion. You should definitely get this game if it remotely interests you. So maybe some other games. Stevie, what have you playing?
Hunt Showdown.
Hunt Showdown.
I haven't played anything new really.
You played Civ.
Smash. Oh yeah, I've played Civ very recently. Oh, so many good memes that night. You have no idea.
Are you playing Civ 6?
Yeah, Civ 6.
No,
Been
okay.
playing with some friends. We made a lot of jokes about... one friend of mine befriended all the female NPCs in the game, and now he's the absolute waifu lord.
I like the lol at the end. Other stuff you've watched, Stevie? Or read?
No, not really. Nothing new in my life, really.
I think me and Stevie both just don't have anything to give this episode because I've been swamped by university tests.
I'll carry this one. I'll carry this one like I do in Stevie in Apex. So,
Cap.
Yeah, Stevie, we can cut that. The response from Stevie. That's why we have separate audios.
Come on, go on.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to see.
You're carrying. I see.
No, I wanted to see, what I should start. I have such a large database full of stuff
Cool.
I can pick, right? But you know what? I'm actually going to bore you a bit because I'm talking about the game that nobody cares about except me, and that's the new Pokémon. The new Yu-Gi-Oh game. Okay, now hear me out. I know Yu-Gi-Oh is by far not the most interesting card game. I also think it's very flawed because nowadays Yu-Gi-Oh has just evolved with in basically just making a turn last as long as you can, and then overpowering your opponent with that
really?
field. So it's actually, it is actually very, very jarring if you start playing Yu-Gi-Oh and you don't get the cards or the effects. It's very hard to get into because Yu-Gi-Oh has evolved in this kind of state. But for someone as me, who was also my whole entire life basically kind of active in the community, I already know what every card does. And me being on the reverse side of the spectrum, just me comboing through my whole deck, that's what inspires me to play. That's actually what I love about this game, which I think can be counted as a positive and as a negative. More people probably count it as a negative. However, my biggest problem with TCG games in general, it's just that they are way too expensive, way too inaccessible, and sometimes, like I live in a zone where I can't really play with like my neighbor because like nobody cares about Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. So it's really hard to get into it. And Magic and Pokemon, both of them have phenomenal video games, basically emulators or I think card game simulators, it's what they call it. And I've had numerous discussions with my brother that I just wanted something for Yu-Gi-Oh to happen. I just wanted something that actually gives Yu-Gi-Oh a chance again to at least stand kind of up to those card games, to stuff like Magic and Hearthstone. And I mean, Pokemon TCG is enormous, but I mean, that's for a different reason. That's for the collecting aspect and not for the gameplay. But yeah, that was what I wished for, and I think I finally got that with the new. Sorry, I got the Steam gift from Penny. I just wanted to check. Fuck you! I'm not playing this shit.
I just sent Alex Hunt Showdown.
No, no, I'm just memeing. I'm actually going to play it now. I don't have anything against the game. I just I just don't want it to spend the money. But yeah, thank you, Patty.
I mean, I didn't send you anything for your birthday, and I think this is just a very good.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Gift, I guess.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's sweet. Now let's move on with card games. So about Yu-Gi-Oh, I think I finally got the game that I wanted out of it. I think they did it as best as they could be. Naturally, I'm not saying there can not be improvements. Like, for example, there are still times in the main hub when it lags and it's just annoying. Some animations take way too long, which doesn't really help the flow of the game. And sometimes you just get ranked with people that have horrible internet, and it's very jarring. Those sound like big issues, but trust me, for what phenomenal work they did, otherwise it's very, very good. I think otherwise they probably did the best that they can. Animations look gorgeous, like maybe not Magic kind of level, but they look very good. You can play it on every single platform, and most importantly, for stuff like that, it's very, very free-to-play friendly. Yeah. What I'm saying is,
sorry to interrupt you. I mean, I've never played many of the other games. I tried some of the like fan made stuff with you. I remember that's like been some time, but compared to what I've seen of those, this looks very solid. And with what you've told me, this sounds very, very good compared to the other ones.
Yeah, I actually I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh numbers turn up very much since the game came out. Sorry.
Pulled up when it's fucking BMW.
So yeah, I've actually seen Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber numbers go up recently. So I think that's also because the game helped a bit. I'm not saying it in that minimal amount of time. It's just because of the game, but also people were really hyped about this game and therefore got into the TCG before the game also released. So I'm saying also that it could have been that this game was just as hyped, so that's why the community also grew a bit more. Just saying, I find this game phenomenal. I actually find this game way more fun than the new Pokemon. I've been playing this game for I think 4 days now, and I have 24 hours in it. And I had a busy weekend, boys. I had a busy weekend. You know, my weekend was not about being unproductive. It was about being productive, but not producing any sleep. Because of this game. And yes, I already built 3 top tier decks. That's how free to play this is. Like,
that's great.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for you because, as far as I remember, you've always wanted a really good Yu-Gi-Oh game, and all of them so far have been pretty mediocre.
I'm super happy for that, and I know it's not a big community, and I know
I'm kind of afraid to ask, but what's there to fuck up in a card game?
Oh, you have no
Other than
idea.
balance.
No, okay. Like I already said, Yu-Gi-Oh, the meta of it is kind of a bit weird because it has divulged into this kind of card game where you can just spam monsters. So the basic game, you can't really improve that from a video game standpoint because it's just the way the game is.
Yeah.
But I'm saying from a video game standpoint, it's very good, and there are very much things you can fuck up. For example, already the predecessor to it was a watered down version of Yu-Gi-Oh! It was called Duel Links, and they basically did the same concept, but it was you actually needed some money to play this. Like you absolutely needed to either grind the whole day to get a deck in for competitive viable decks in, and you'll get it after grinding the whole day for 6 months, or you just had to put in like decks were about $400 or $500. Now you get the top decks. I'm not saying that every deck was about that much, but just at least the top decks you needed to spend at least $200. And this one gives you 3 decks for free, which is amazing. So just from a money perspective, that's good. And you can definitely fuck up on animation and UI. So
UI was a big problem in the other ones as far as I've seen because it just looks cheap. I mean, the new one doesn't look amazing, but it looks way better.
Yeah, it doesn't. It definitely is playable.
Yeah.
So
there was some very cheap, bad attempts on good Yu-Gi-Oh games.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them were fan made, and I really respect that because it's really hard to do that by yourself or like in a small team if you don't have the money or the funding. But some of the official games were very bad.
Yeah. No, totally. And above all, the most important thing is that there's what you don't see with Konami very often, but they actually really care about Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot, is there is community aspect. There are tournaments almost hosted every day. There is support for it. They have a ranking system that works. From what I've seen, like I can't confirm for anyone. They have events. They have new decks planned, and from what I've seen, you turn on this game and you have this mailbox where you're informed from all activities that take place, and you're already just spammed from activities you can participate in, like tournaments, like events and stuff like that. Like I said, it's a card game that's not as popular as like the big ones, and also if you watch the big ones, they are not as popular as like actual video games. So the prices are not that great, but I mean, Stevie, you and I are both Smash players, so it's just our standard actually from a price point. And also my brother plays it, and it's a great way just to hang out with him. So should I continue because I have another game?
You shall continue.
Okay.
Or maybe we could talk for a second about the new Guilty Gear character.
Yeah, let's talk about the new Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear was so fun with the new character.
So Baiken just came out.
And I don't own the DLC.
Yeah, so you can't really talk.
No. Stevie is a fucking peasant because he doesn't have any money, which is...
And I play Axolo.
and he plays Axel.
Uh,
So Biking came out. She's a cool samurai lady who only has one eye and one arm, and like very big, a very big plot around her is what I want to say. And she's really like I really liked her moveset. I think I played a few online games after we played in the evening. I played like I think about 10 to 20 games, and she's really fun to like play with. I really like her moveset. I think I'm gonna change from Giovanna to maining her because I really like the way she plays. She has really meaty hits, a very good like neutral game, very good aerials, and I like her grab. It's I don't know. There's just something very fun about her taking you, throwing you to the ground,
Yeah.
tying you up, and then kicking you out of the out of her way.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of also considered it because she feels like a lot of like Leo, but less brain dead. But to say, I don't actually know how she's placed on the tier list, but I just think she plays really fun. Like it's fun.
I think she's not bad. I think she's pretty high, but I wouldn't like. I think Leo is still pretty high, and Soul. I think she's not as good as Soul because Soul just claps every tier list. I think. But
Yeah,
I'm also
like
not
Soul is
that
busted.
deep into Guilty Gear, so I'm not sure how the meta changed in the last 2 months because I haven't been playing much.
Yeah,
to be
because there
honest.
were also for every they did basically the same thing with Smash, where they for every DLC character that gets announced, they
They
put out
release,
a
balance
patch.
patch.
Yeah.
Patch, yeah. I also didn't try Happy Chaos or
No,
or
me
the
neither.
other.
But I have the season
Uh,
pass, so I think I should.
Yeah, we should play more sometimes because I really enjoy Guilty Gear. I'm just not at the point where I'm. I mean, I just wish they would finally put out a patch or find a way to decrease loading times in Guilty
Oh,
Gear.
definitely.
And just give me the fucking option to replay a player without having to go back to the lobby and reinitiating the game.
Oh,
I just don't
definitely.
understand why they still keep doing that.
No, for sure, for sure.
We really should like meet up sometime when I'm back
And play
at my
offline.
place and play offline. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really shitty situation because you were back at our place, because
So,
Penny's studying.
People don't know. I study in Vienna, which is quite far away from where we live, and I was back for like Christmas,
Yeah.
and I got
Yeah.
I got the C thing.
Yeah.
We
But-
probably should censor. We probably should censor this for YouTube.
Penny got
I
the fucking.
Exactly. I catched a certain thing
Cold.
in my body that kept me from going outside for pretty much all of my holidays, which was
No. Penny,
Really
you
annoying.
didn't catch it for all of your holidays. You caught it at the halfway point, but more towards the end. And the other half, I was sick.
true. But
Yeah.
also the first half was like family stuff, so I wouldn't have had time anyway.
Yeah,
But
true.
like the other half where there was my free time, I was stuck at home. So we like couldn't hang out. We also had like it was planned that I participated in the JoJo video that you guys filmed.
Yeah.
And that was impossible, unfortunately. And we had some other stuff that we wanted to do together, maybe like record the first episode in person.
But no worries. We'll definitely do a real life video on my channel once you get here.
Sure, at some
So,
point, maybe during like Eastern or something.
Yeah, definitely. So, Penny, I wanted to talk about a game that because I know like Hunt Showdown, Stevie's playing of Hunt Showdown kind of overthrew like my playing of the game that you recommended as an excitement standpoint. But I also played a game that you recommended,
Okay.
and that's Inscryption.
Oh yeah, true.
Inscryption.
You played Inscryption. We need like
Yeah.
I watched you play some of it.
Like, I didn't finish it, but I think I can talk about it. And we've also talked about it on the last episode. So I don't really want to like give too much of an explanation of what this game is because you already talked about it. I just want to give a brief letdown of my
your experience.
Summary of my experience. Thank you. I think this game, as a card game fan, like we already established, I think this game is fantastic. It builds up this creepy atmosphere and without actually like jump scaring you. The story is told in a. I think I can tell this because it's not really a spoiler, but it's kind of told from an ARG perspective, like an alternate reality game, which really does something different. It pulls you in, and it's story-wise, it's very like mystery heavy. The story part is very good, but I'm a person that doesn't really play games solely for the story. So for it to really pull me in, it also had to have good gameplay. And like I said, Penny already talked about it in the last episode, so you can imagine what the gameplay is. Nevertheless, it was really fun for me, like a Yu-Gi-Oh player or a card game fan, to build my own deck. Again, I think that's one of the most rewarding experiences in card games in general, just to build your own deck and see it working out, seeing it literally decimating other players. That's what I love about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I got the same feeling from Inscryption. If you somehow want a card game experience with a bit more of a story and a single player perspective, I would also recommend it. 8 out of 10, too much water. No, I'm joking.
Great. I'm happy you enjoyed it so much, because this is definitely like a game kind of made for you and me. From a gameplay perspective, I'd say.
Yeah, from a gameplay perspective, definitely. As soon as you talked about deck building and card game, I was hooked. So yeah.
So Stevie's the only one left to play it. He needs to play it still.
Yeah, I'm a bit cornered here.
You have to play it.
Talking about it with you last week, I do want to play it.
I thought you would say talking for you 2 weeks straight. It kind of gets bothersome. and I almost was like, what the fuck? Shut up, bitch! You talked about Hunter Showdown again this week, so shut up, pussy.
Go
I
ahead.
just want to go on a tangent around Warhammer 40k. So I just wanted to ask, how much do you guys know about Warhammer?
No, nothing.
I don't know anything.
Okay. So I'm gonna give a small introduction anyway, even for like our listeners. So Warhammer 40k is like, it's connected to Warhammer. Both of them were like big tabletop war games, kind of like D&D, but take out all of the role playing and only make it a strategy game. The universe of Warhammer 40k is some of the most. It's very how would you call it? Pulp fiction. Like, it's stupid, but it's a fun stupid. It goes so hard that it becomes fun again. You know? Do you get what I mean?
It's so stupid. It's funny.
It's basically JoJo.
Yeah. It goes so fucking hard you don't even care anymore. Kind of. It's really fun because basically it's a sci-fi setting. I'm talking about Warhammer 40k. There's a difference between normal Warhammer and Warhammer 40k. I personally don't like Warhammer very much because it's like fantasy. I'm kind of tired of it, but it's also kind of fun. But like Warhammer 40k is a sci-fi setting that has the human space imperium at its center, basically, which has like the top of the human imperium sits a guy on his golden throne, which is like the guy's not even. He's kind of alive, but not anymore. He's kind of more of a skeleton. Who's attached to his golden throne and fed 1,000 souls every day.
I know this. We watched like a video about this. Is this the same universe where the goblins, where everything they think becomes true, but they're stupid actually?
Wait. Can I interrupt for a second? When I googled Warhammer, my first recommended was Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Age of Sigma.
Sigmar, I think he's like the human emperor in the normal Warhammer.
What a fucking Sigma name is that, please? Holy shit. That's fucking funny.
So that's the normal fantasy Warhammer. And then you
Yeah.
have Warhammer 40k, which stands for like 40,000. Or
Yeah.
as in like the year 40,000. So it's like far into the future. And
But
there's
is this a video game?
There's some video games. It's a tabletop game. It's like a strategy game. You play against each other. If you look at videos of people actually playing the tabletop game, you play with like hundreds of miniatures that fight against each other, and you like throw dice. And there's like a lot of factions in Warhammer 40k. And like when you play the tabletop game, you like choose a faction and build an army of that faction. For example, there's robot Terminator Egyptian skeletons that are immortal. And they're like very high technology, and they like live underground in tombs. And when they get awoken, they like start fucking everything up. That's the Necrons. And then there's like from the Imperium, there's the Space Marines. You've probably heard that name before. They're like these dudes in huge chunks of armor, and they fuck everything up because they're like gene enhanced to the nth degree, and like the Sigma males of the universe. And then there's the Sisters of Battle. The Sisters of Battle are very fun. They're pretty much like zealotist nuns that are like so faithful into the God Emperor, because the God Emperor is kind of also their religion. They're like so fucking extreme. They drop fucking churches out of their spaceships in orbit onto the battlefield and play like hymns, battle hymns.
They drop churches.
Yeah, that's
like the whole
their drop
thing.
pods.
What the fuck?
They fucking drop churches
like
onto
like
the battlefield.
1-for-1 size.
Yes.
God
like-
fucking damn it! And I
then-
thought taking a shit was hard.
And then there's the Adeptus Mechanicus, which are semi-robot, how would you call it, cyborg humans that enhance themselves with technology and believe in like a god that is the epitome of like all the machine spirits are connected to this god, and they like worship machines and stuff. And they live on Mars, and like everything in this game is absolutely crazy, and it's so fun to just even like find out about the lore. I don't know. I've been into this lore for some time now, like I think about a month, and I think I've never really talked to you guys about it except showing you that one video once. I just wanted to like share my experience with all of this, because just reading or like looking up videos about it is so fun and crazy, and it's like some of the most insane shit I've ever heard. I don't know. I just wanted to rant about it because I think
I watched a
it's very fun.
30-minute video with you, and it was the most insane shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's about
No.
I think I sent you the video about the factions or something like that.
I think I'm gonna play this Monopoly game.
No,
though.
I remember just the guy in the video, and he was standing before his green screen, and then he was like
But wait, do
describing the
you
goblin.
have the game?
I'm actually gonna like drop a recommendation right now, which is the channel name, like the channel you were talking about right now. His name is called Bricky. He actually doesn't like only do Warhammer stuff. He does a lot of like gaming stuff, and I really enjoy his content otherwise. But he has like 2 videos talking about the Warhammer factions, and he does it in such a fun way. For example, normally like you always see his upper body. So for each of the factions, he takes another like pair of legs that are connected to the faction, basically. So yeah, I think I'm gonna drop that in the description just for people to if people just need something in the background to listen to that is batshit crazy. I'm gonna drop the Bricky channel and his Warhammer videos. I think you guys should check it out. If you heard the name Warhammer and have been wondering what the fuss is about, check this out definitely, because it's some of the most insane and fun shit I've ever heard.
How do you spell his channel name?
Bricky, as in like
With a
brick.
CK?
Yeah, as in a brick.
Okay,
from,
then
like, a
I have
house
the
or
right
something.
one. Okay, just wanted to see, just so we actually spell or say how to spell it, so people can actually look it up.
Yeah.
Just because we're talking about YouTubers, just wanted to ask. I don't want to linger on this too long because, it's other YouTubers, and I don't know. I don't know if we should like talk just about YouTube on YouTube and stuff like that. But have you seen the latest Super Hyper Wolf video with Garfield, where he talks about Garfield?
Oh yeah, definitely.
No.
That's
Dude, that shit was insane. That video was so fucking good. Like, goddamn, that was.
I watched it with my girlfriend again, and she loved it so much. We've been like sharing cursed Garfield stuff with each other, and she's been like propaganda. I've been like, this is the channel. You should like share it with other people, and she's like shared it to at least 3 other people.
Yeah.
The video,
No,
'cause she
I
liked
think
it so much.
I can really see how John from Super Hyper Wolf became went from an anime YouTuber to a more general audience, and because the content he produces just now, I think I'm gonna be honest. I think the Garfield video was probably his best. Like, that shit was insane.
Yeah, most likely.
That
But
that's,
what was the other one he did? That
he
wasn't
did
too long ago.
Simpsons. He did a video about.
That's also very good. The Simpsons one. I also really like the one where he talks about like con artists.
Oh
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. That was a while ago though.
I think fake martial arts or something like
Yeah,
that.
that was a while ago. I think a video similar to the Garfield one was the video where he talks about Undertale, right? Undertale. That is a very similar video where he indulges in these fan bases that completely change the view of the game from just being a game, or in Garfield's case, a cartoon, to something so much more. Basically, they didn't even change the game. They created something new out of it. With Garfield and with Undertale. Like,
yeah.
they distorted it so much. Like, have you seen the Undertale video though?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Like, oh my god, like, the community went batshit crazy. There were 8 or 9 multiverses and stuff like that. Well, I couldn't keep up. But yeah, as a person looking kind of in from the outside, because I've never played Undertale, dude, that shit was insane. But also the Garfield video. I think you should check out the Garfield video. I think Stevie has not watched it yet, right, Stevie? No.
You did not. Oh, you
No.
definitely
I don't
did.
follow.
You should.
I don't follow iPad Wolf in general.
No, but you actually should. This feels this feels like what good documentary on, not only on YouTube, I mean in general, should be. I think you should definitely go watch it, Stevie.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a random YouTube recommendation. I'm sorry I interrupted.
I think this episode is like way more all over the place compared to the last one we did.
But you know what? I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
True.
Talking
got-
about
we
random
got-
shit is fun.
Yeah. This was fun. Like, if you've watched both episodes, you can share in the comments which one, from structure wise, you really liked. We don't really have podcast experience, so we're trying to evolve the
Nor
podcast with you, basically live.
Which is just a way to say for us, like, we don't have any idea what the fuck we're doing. So.
But yeah, let us know in the comments what actually you like to see more, because we also like feedback, and we can try to integrate it.
Oh, let me just talk about Worthy Kids for a second. That's my other recommendation I wanted to give. Do you guys know the animator called Worthy Kids?
Wait, is it on YouTube?
Can you tell me what he does?
Yeah. He does like the
Anime.
Big Top Burger thing. It's like he has an animation series where there's 5 clowns I think, who have a burger joint. Do you guys know them?
Nope.
Yeah, you showed it to us.
He does like 3D animations, or like I don't even know. They do 3D animations.
No, it's his name is Jan.
Oh, okay. So he does 3D animations, but in Blender, but he textures them in this kind of handwritten style, which makes it looks really, really good. There's like my favorite series is called Big Top Burger, which revolves around 5 people in clown costumes who own a burger joint, and a burger truck actually. and there's another one with like Palpatine getting dropped down from the Death Star and landing on some sort of moon, and like Yoda's like, "Why are you alive?" And it's really funny. I'm also gonna leave that in the comments for you people to check.
Just
it
one
out.
thing, like
Yeah.
you guys, why do you know so many like YouTube personalities? I feel like I know none of them. How is that
Well,
possible?
I just like
Time. We've
No.
been on this platform for quite some time.
No, not only that. I just like exploring stuff and diving into rabbit holes. I
Yeah.
like to click on videos where I don't really know that much about. And I think this curiosity also leads me to discover some content that is maybe a bit more obscure.
I feel like I only see history channels on YouTube.
History channels.
Yeah, I watch a lot of random facts like why was Algeria part of a former part of France, you know?
You also need to remember that by making a YouTube account and by feeding it videos, you'll only get
Yeah.
that sort of videos. So when you see a recommendation for another video, and it actually interests you, try to click more on that than on other similar stuff that you just watched, because then you feed the algorithm videos that are different from the normal videos, and maybe you'll discover something new. That's a bit how I operate on YouTube.
I mean, for me, it's more. I think Warhammer is a pretty good example because I wanted to know what it was about, so I just looked up lore videos. Then I got into that, so I wanted to know what the board game is like, and then I found a channel called Dice Check, I think, which is led by I don't know if you guys know him, but he's called Magikarp Used Fly.
I think I've heard of
He
them.
was one of the guys that did the JoJo worst names tier list.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
With,
yeah,
like,
I know this
worst
guy.
company. He's one of those guys. He's like an ex League of Legends YouTuber. I don't know what he does now because I haven't watched him in quite a while. But like he does have a channel called Dice Check, where they play Warhammer. Where he plays Warhammer with his friends like. And Bricky is one of them, and I just noticed Bricky is a very fun guy in the videos because he has a very natural charisma, you could say. You know when you like see someone in a setting in other videos and you just notice them being very funny.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
standing out, and then you check out their content. So like that's the way I came up for Bricky, and then I found out he's the guy who also made the thing video, the factions video, and then I just like keep going, and that's kind of how I do everything.
Yeah,
Another example
same.
is the how is it called, Flash National Park thingy. I just like looked that up because I wanted to know what that creepypasta is about, and then I found Wendigoon. I think Alex, you know him as well. He
Yeah.
does like all of the creepypasta stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And like that's kind of how we go down rabbit holes, I think.
And
So I think the short answer for all of this is the algorithm and personal research.
yeah, yeah.
Also like new media and new stuff.
Yeah.
Especially like Warhammer gave me so many ideas for my tabletop RPG, like for Blades in the Dark and stuff, for crazy technology. I don't know. Checking out media like that, it gives you so much more inspiration for
Yeah,
your
it gives
own
you
creation.
it expands your world a bit every time you dive into a rabbit hole, I would say. I also think that just by consuming, like for example, I really love Smash, but I could never just consume Smash content.
I don't consume Smash content anymore. Like I don't watch any Smash on YouTube.
Yeah,
For obvious reasons.
yeah, but like I'm trying to
So
say,
for context, everyone who's not in the Smash community, a lot of the Smash community heads have been exposed as being not rapists. What are they called? Like molesters?
pedophiles, yeah, basically.
Pedophile, kind of something like that. A lot of the big YouTubers were accused and found guilty, which we do not condone. So we have stopped.
I
watching
mean,
their
I don't.
content.
I basically don't condone any crime. But yeah.
That's not what I was trying to say.
Yeah, but you were like, we don't condone this.
Nor any
this
other,
crime.
actually.
it
We
felt
don't
like you-
condone any crimes on this
Yeah,
podcast. Be a good boy.
yeah.
Do not hurt people.
Sorry, Stevie, you were trying to say.
No, but I can't. Like I even the ones that are left, I don't like watching Smash anymore. I just play it.
No, me neither. I just played. No, what I'm trying to say is, like, I think just trying out different content to explore. Just I feel you get a better baseline on what I'm not trying to be the content guy, but what good entertainment is, or what you can
Would you
what you
yourself
would define as better
yeah.
as better entertainment. Because trust me, I've also been a guy that when I was I think 6 or 7 years ago, I only watched a certain kind of content, and you get so much trash content fed to you, or trash entertainment fed to you by YouTubers that just do one formula and that's it. But by exploring more content, you basically only get the best of it, because that's what you're likely going to see when you dive into a rabbit hole. And once you feel like you're done with it, you dive out. You don't need to consume everything in that rabbit hole. It's like when you start watching anime, because you also can consider that a rabbit hole. That's the golden age when you can watch anything and everything is fun, because you are not akin to the stereotypes. Or yeah, that's why I like diving into a new rabbit hole, or re-exploring a new rabbit hole once I'm out of it can also be fun. Like, for example, I did that recently with Yu-Gi-Oh! And on that note, I actually, very smooth transition by my part, I actually also wanted to recommend someone. I've actually forgot to talk about it because, like, from my description, it doesn't really sound that appealing to dive into Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're a newcomer, which I still kind of think it is. But if people are somehow interested in the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, and if you want something funny to get you a basic idea what this game is like, check out this YouTuber called C-Reacts. He does Dragon Ball fighting content, he does Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, basically many games around anime, and he's actually really funny. And he only did 3 videos now about this game, where he basically plays troll decks, or not really troll decks, but Egyptian god decks, because it's OG. But he does it in a really funny way, and he kind of hypes you up for the game a bit. And he will do stuff in the future, because naturally this game is only out for, I think it's a week at this point, maybe a bit more, maybe almost 2, but not that long ago it came out. So by the time you're watching or listening to this podcast, probably he will have dropped more videos. So definitely go check him out if you're interested in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. There's been a lot of tangents this time, but I really enjoyed our talk.
Yeah,
as I do
definitely.
always. And I hope our listeners enjoyed it as well.
Gamers, buy my Dakumura, and thank you for listening to this podcast. Love you. Thank you for tuning in. And if you made it this far, then please consider subscribing, and we love you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night or afternoon or whatever. Good night. Goodbye.